everybody, it's Topwater Johnny, and in this bass fishing lure review, I'll be reviewing 3 unique lures. The first one is the Xorus Patchinko 100. The second is the Xorus Asturie 90. And the third is the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. Each of these lures works great if you know how to work it. So let's learn how to work it. Let's go. Whoa, there we go. Yeah! Woo, holy cow, folks. Topwater Johnny here, man. This is what we came here for. Look at that. Get back here. Look at that right there. That's the kind of beast that we came here for. There we go. Woo! And that one hooked. Hey everybody, it's Topwater Johnny here. I want to welcome to the next video here. In this video, as you heard, we are going to be reviewing 3 very unique lures, and these will be kind of my unboxings and reveals. But I want to give a very special shout out to Steve Chapman of Get Your Fish On channel, because he's the one that provided me with these 3 very unique and exciting lures. So in the description box of my box, you'll look in there, you'll see a link to Steve Chapman's fishing channel. Also, you'll be able to see some links to these lures as well, because Steve did his own review of it. On Steve's channel, what he does is he does lure reviews. He goes out, he fishes, but also what makes it so special is he has an opportunity to interview some of the top elite bass fishermen on the circuit right now. So he has lots of interesting interviews with people that are industry insiders as well as professionals who are real professional bass fishermen. So in the box is his link. Please go over, check him out, subscribe to his channel. He is a really great guy. And I just want to say thank you, Steve, for sending me these 3 lures to review. And of course, I will be fishing with them throughout the year here. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to start our review with the Xorus Patchinko. Then we're going to review the Xorus Asturie. And then finally, we're going to review the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. So let's go ahead, get started with those reviews. And at the very end, I'll give you my final thoughts on all 3 lures. Okay. All right, everybody, here it is, the Xorus Patchinko 100. This is an actual pencil kind of / walking bait. It's actually from France here. Its actual length is 3.9 actual inches long in length. Its weight is 3/8 of an ounce. And as you can see here, a little bit different pencil bait here with more of a little bit of curvature here, which really enhances the walking bait style of it. Also, big, strong treble hooks here on the bottom of it as well. It has a cup mouth, as you can see right here, that allows it to push a little bit more water. It also has rattles inside of it as well, which creates a lot of noise and disturbance on top of the water as well. So it's got a rattle chamber, and also its unique design really gives it a smooth gliding motion on top of the water as well. So there is your closer look, and I'll give you my final thoughts now. Okay, there's your closer look at the Xorus Patchinko 100. Also, want to show this to you again here. This lure actually, like I said before, is from France. And when I go online and look for it, you know, I see things promoted through the UK, but it's from France. And so that's where it actually comes from. And if you're really interested in this right here, I'll be sure to include a link in the description box so you can go over and check out all of the stuff that they have to offer as well. One thing about this lure, when I was looking at this lure, is that I noticed that with the way that it was shaped and this cup mouth, I said, and how the hooks, as you can see, are pushed back. I said, now what lure looks similar to that? And I looked in my tackle box and I remembered that the Savage Gear Prop Walker has that same design right there. Has the cup mouth in the front, as you can see, and also the hooks are actually pushed back, except this one has, of course, as you know, has the spinning thing on the back of it as well, where this one does not. One modification that I would probably make to this one right here is I would add a feathered tail to the back just to give it a little bit more action and a little bit, to make it a little bit more flashy and noticeable. But as far as walking is concerned, the videos I've seen of it, it walks excellent. It pushes water, and you would need to do a bait caster with this. I'm gonna end up putting this on my bait caster, 20 to 25 pound braid, and just kind of popping it along and really allowing it to do the work out there. But I would be using a bait caster to actually fish this lure right here. When bass are schooling, chasing minnows, that's probably the best time to use a lure like this right here. And definitely it will create some opportunities for you. Like I said before, it's got ball bearings in it as well. So what I wanted to do was just give you guys a closer look of this lure right here, the Xorus Patchinko 100. All right, next lure here is the Xorus Asturie 90 as well. This is a lure from France. Its length is actually 3.5 inches long. The weight is 1/3 of an ounce. And some things that make this lure very unique is the way that you see where the line tie is here. Notice the line tie, notice the hooks. This lure, from what I've observed, is a saltwater, topwater lure because of the type of hooks that are on here, but you can definitely fish this in fresh water and fishing this for bass. It actually has a more slower walk the dog. A bigger glides is what it's really doing, and it actually does a twitch, zigzag, and even has a rattles in it. And as you can see, its own little weight transfer system inside of it as well. And it's definitely a unique lure, but definitely would get bit. So there's your closer look, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, well, there was our closer look of the Xorus Asturie 90. I want to show it to you here one more time here. Like one thing that I mentioned in there that's unique about these type of lures, and this lure is also from France as well, is that they have saltwater hooks on here. And that's what gave me the first clue that this lure was probably being fished in the ocean or in the sea. Also, the way the hook tie is in the front here, really designed to do a slow walk the dog, but really almost a gliding walk the dog. So this one does a gliding walk the dog just based on how the hook tie is here, right here. This one right here, again, the price of this lure is actually $21 for this singular lure right here. And it's a little pricey, but this lure right here is designed to really catch fish, and it's built in a certain way to really mimic those schooling fish and those fleeing fish. Saltwater hooks, it's got a rear weight transfer system in it, zigzags, twitches, and also something else that's unique about this lure is that after you throw it out there, this lure actually sinks 1 to 2 feet on bringing it back. So you could actually leave it on top and glide it side to side, but if you reel down on it, it'll actually go down 1 to 2 feet and then kind of float back up again. So that really gives it a little bit of a unique position in the marketplace there as a topwater lure. So what I wanted to do was show you guys exactly what this lure looks like. As I said before, descriptions are in the box on these lures and where you can access them at, but it's just definitely a unique lure, and I look forward to trying it out in the near future here. All right, everybody, our third lure is the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. As you can see right here, this lure is a soft plastic. It's a 1/4 ounce, 3 inches in length. It actually dives because of the density of the actual frog. It's got a weed guard on here, and this lure really was built to be in that finesse fishing Ned rig category. Notice the weed guard on there. What I observed from it also is that this can be a really great topwater lure with just a few modifications with the actual hook itself. And really what it does is these legs really give it a lot of action when it's touching the bottom. So the legs really do move, they really do bounce, and it really does give it a lot of actual action and movement. And it actually comes like this, pre-rigged and ready to go, and you actually get a second one as well. So that's our closer look at the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. All right, our next lure is definitely one that really needs no introduction, but it is the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. This is the same company that came out with the spider and all these really cool and unique kind of bug-like lures. Well, they've done it here with their new Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog right here. As you can see, it even comes with a weed guard built into it already. This right here, this lure was really designed to be in the Ned rig category because this is actually a weighted lure, weighted piece right here. So it's designed to dive down and kind of bop around and make a lot of movements on the bottom. Well, as a topwater fisherman, I said, well, I don't really want this hook in here because I don't want it to dive. I want it to sit on the top. You see how flat it is on the bottom right here? This lure actually is a great topwater lure once you remove this hook out of there. And what I did was I actually replaced it with a VMC hook, replacing it with another hook that still has that weed guard on the front of it right here. This lure actually in itself comes in a packet of 2. So you're going to get 2 of these. The price is going to be $5.99 from Lunkerhunt, but I removed out this hook. I put in this particular hook right here, which allowed it now for me to fish it on top. Now, when I fish this lure, I'm using spinning tackle here. So I'm casting out. The moment it hits, I start to reel because I don't want it to sink. This lure is a little dense and it will sink a little. So you got to reel it once it hits the water. And then once it hits the top, once you get it to the top surface, it stays on top. And I'm just reeling it with my spinning tackle and popping it along, allowing these legs right here to do the work. And they really do get a lot of action. I'm currently fishing this one right now. Got some footage of it that I'm working on right now. So I'm looking forward to showing this one off to you guys. But this right here is a really impressive little lure right here, and definitely one that you should be looking closely at as we move into the pre-spawn and the spawn, because it will dive down, it will create that attraction and that hit. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. I've told you just about everything there. And as I said before, when you order it or buy it, it does come pre-rigged with 1, and you will get 2 in a packet. So that's my closer look at the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. All right. And here they are once again, everybody. The Xorus Patchinko 100, the Xorus Asturie 90, and the Lunkerhunt Finesse Frog. So there are the 3 lures that we did our review on. Now what I'll do is give you my final thoughts overall, and we'll close out the video. Well, there you go, everybody. There was my review of those 3 unique lures. Each of those lures, like I said before, I wanted to make sure that you understand like where to fish them and really how to fish them. So just a quick recap here for you once again here, just so you get it. This particular lure right here, the Xorus Patchinko 100 topwater lure. As I said before, I want to make sure I was clear on it. The price on this lure is actually $22. So just so, if I didn't say it before, I want to make sure I say it now. It's $22 for this hard body lure right here. Actually, like I said before, topwater. This particular lure right here, the Xorus Asturie 90. This lure right here is a slow walk the dog on topwater as well. The price on this one right here is $21. And then finally, the Lunkerhunt Frog here, just to remind everybody, to get a package of 2 of these, and the price on this lure right here is $5.99. So I just want to make sure everybody knows as we close out the actual cost of these particular lures. Each lure is its own unique situation as far as I'm concerned. When I'm fishing in open water, I think that the Xorus lures will be much more effective when the bass are schooling or they're kind of busted on top. So it definitely has somewhere that it could be used. It's a similar lure to other lures that are in the marketplace, but I'm really going to have to get it out of the water, test it out, and really see, because the people in France and UK and overseas say it is the #1 walking bait. This right here is the #1 walking bait, and this right here is another great walking bait. So we're going to have to try them out, see what they do on the water, see if they catch fish, see how they produce. So that's kind of how we're going to approach that. Also, once again, be on the lookout, because I'm going to be releasing the footage on this lure right here, because I'm fishing it right now and getting some really great results. And I've also done some modifications to it to make this lure a little bit more effective on the water for hook sets. So that'll be coming up soon as well. Also, want to let everyone know that I've got my next lure that's actually fishing video is coming out on Monday. is going to be this little bug right here, everybody. The Orican Mushi. This little bug right here is putting in work. It's even got its own little weed guard right here. So on Monday, be sure to tune in because this lure is putting in work and those bass are tearing this little lure up. It's the pre-spawn down here in Florida and they're keying on this little bug right here. So you're really gonna like to see, you're really gonna want to see this lure in action because it really does produce a lot. And I got this lure actually from the Hookup Tackle. So what I wanted to do here in this lure review was show you some lures, but also kind of tell you where to fish them and how to fish them and the price to fish them. Because my goal on this channel is always to give you guys the best information possible at the time of the release of this video, but then also not only show you these videos, but catch fish on these lures. I don't want to do just lure reviews. I want you to catch fish on it. So that's why I do the reviews and then I take it out and put it to work. And that helps me know for sure what kind of action, what kind of results you can get with it so I can recommend it even more. So once again, I just want to thank all you guys. Please leave a comment below. What's your thoughts about these lures? Would you fish them? What's your thoughts about each and every one of these lures? I really appreciate that. Also, want to give that same special shout out to Steve Chapman of Get Your Fish On channel, YouTube channel, because Steve sent me these lures to check out and fish because he knows I love Topwater. So I really appreciate him sending these lures over to me to review and to go fish with. So once again, I just want to thank him as well. I want to thank all of my subscribers. Please like, subscribe to the channel. If you're first time coming over checking me out and you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so that we can continue to do these things at the level we're doing it. So once again, thank you guys so much. And I want you to always remember that phrase. Keep your line tight because when you hit those topwater lures, it's going to be a big bite. I'll see you in the next video.